It is now emerging that despite the many tax incentives offered to investors listing on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, this has prompted the Capital Markets Authority to review its policy that, among others, proposes a preferential corporate tax for listed firms on a pro rata graduated basis.
Bring in another level of analysis, which will involve some more complex analysis, that's financial modeling, and we are working with the Bloombergs and several, just to be able to work out and say, because of this 5% reduction in corporate tax treatment, it translated into increase in liquidity to this percent. So, because that's one of the issues that Treasury has been asking us when we come up with new proposals for tax incentives every time.
With listings for the GEMS market at the NSE failing to pick up after attracting only 6 companies since the counter was set up in 2013, against a target of 3 new companies listed per annum, Ombara notes that there have been challenges such as undervaluation and a perception that the segment is only designated for SMEs.
If you look at the criteria, most of those who would have been eligible to come are also looking at it as a secondary market. So one of the things we are working with the NSE on is to just indicate that this is a market for growth, high growth potential, rather than just SME. I think a lot of the valuation was being done by the nomads, that's the nominated advisors. And we have had even issues with IPO valuation, even in the memes and the AIMS market, to the extent that you've always seen a drop in the price after the initial listing, the IPO price.
The policy proposes the privatization of more state-owned enterprises, which, in addition to the finalization and adoption of financial technology, as a new source of raising funds, are expected to stimulate activity at the bourse.
Fintech has emerged as an impetus for alternative avenues for fundraising, such as crowdfunding. That is in meeting needs of potential startups. Cooperation agreements have already been signed with the Australian Securities and Investments Commission, that's a regulator for the Australian capital markets, Abu Dhabi Global Markets, to promote innovation in financial services in our respective markets.
The government is proposing to offer preferential tax treatment to betting companies that reward their clients by buying for them shares of listed companies or treasury bonds. Nicholas Nduwati, News Hour Business.